set to go. Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors.
Yeah.
This taking it about 4 yards deep. The decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Kendra, you got by 15.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set with a 2nd and 1.
What is it? You want to establish a guy this caliber this early because they'll pay dividends.
Come and see his bottle. Come and see his bottle.
The last run got 9, that leaves him with 70
Yo.
yards.
Let me get wine. A little wine in there.
Cause you just keep calling me.
All right. Come on.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me.
But you just keep calling me, not saying nothing, bro.
Not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. A solid chunk of 11 yards there on the keeper. But 4th down now. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will start their initial drive at their own 20-yard line. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. On the move to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown. A great play there. 71 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he It's simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. 29 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Will Lutz to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st down and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
He proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Julio Jones, 27 yards, and his guys have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before. before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Hill. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 82 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports.
14-14.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff here to his running back. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Here's Hill now after the interception. Dancing to his left. Now the The pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. In for the sack, Deion Jones. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Another try after the first down sack. Hill looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Hill. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, he's got it at the 15. And touchdown. Julio Jones. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21. Saints 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hill, they'll roll him out right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
3rd and long. It's Hill. Steps away to his left.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And taken right at the 35. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This is caught. Watkins. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At the 2-yard line.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. So that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, Hill.
37-yard line.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the gun on 3rd, Hill. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hill going to try and run with it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are back within a score.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
And 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Intended for number 17. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Zach Bourne, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion. But he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage, and when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days.
And now look at him go. He's at the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Saints 28, Snowhawks 27.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
He'll drop to throw.
In 3 at the 40.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
15-yard loss.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Hill out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Nine yards on the first down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having the ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 24, Hill. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Is up to 8.
Makes the score Saints 35, Snowhawks 27. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Kamara. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 11. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Hill now to throw. Rolling to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. But when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left, want to save it.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Hill. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for Michael Thomas. Incomplete. A.J.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Hill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by